5 of our programming with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So as we open our code editor, once again I'm here with my assistant who is to help ask some guiding questions, maybe to allow us learn better. So for lesson 5, I prepared that we go to introduction to HTML styles or the CSS that we can do with HTML. So if I live preview what I styled here, this is what it brought. How did I do it? You can see background color, text color, font sizes, changing font faces. So let's see how I did put the background color. So before that, I put a heading here saying that this is the HTML CSS syntax, the one you're seeing here highlighted on my document, that when you write the word style, you're supposed to say it is equal to, you put these quotation marks, put a property, and then a value. So for example, I want to put background color. I come to the body tag, I say style is equal to, don't forget the quotation marks, and then the property is that I want a background color, but what background color? Then that's the value. So we can do CSS in many ways. We can do it now. This is inline CSS, we have internal CSS, and we have also external CSS. So I'm going to be showing you all this in this lesson. So we have, how do we put the text color? So again, size is equal to, and then now instead of background color, you say color, then put the color. Here you can see it's in another font, so it's font family. Choose a font family. There are many font families. If you want to see font families, maybe you can go and check out a notepad, format font. All these are font families, all these that you see around here. So if you don't know maybe names of font families, you can just come there for font families. That now here it is font size. I can even increase, as you can see, decrease. Yeah, so you can play with sizes also using CSS. So now this is inline styling. Now let me put this in internal styling. Internal styling, here we use, let me do it in notepad. So internal styling, I want to do this using internal styling. To make things easier, let me first copy this code. Yeah, so let me remove this style. Remove this. So I'm going to do the same effect, but this time using internal styling. So internal styling, you come to the head section before you close the head, before or after the title, and then create what we call the style tag. Let me hope you're seeing, because the letters are too little. Maybe let me increase them. Yeah, so style. Now here I want the body to have this background color, so I just say body. We use these kinds of curly brackets in that section. So body, want it to have a background color. which is this color was aqua. So I want my text, heading 1 text, to have a text, that text color. So you can just say heading 1, use the curly brackets I told you, then say color. What color was it? Let me just copy the word. Yes, I want also this font family onto my heading. Maybe let me make it heading 2, because now also that since I've put heading 1, it is also going to change to that. But as we go on, we are going to see how to use identifiers like class, div. We are going to see how to use all those, but for now, let me maybe make this heading 2 to make it easier. But we are going to see how to deal even with it, even though it's heading 1. I can deal with it, but now that's somehow complicated CSS, which is actually not very complicated, but we shall come to it. Maybe if you have any question, my question guy here, I can still be answering some questions to save time. Fantasy.
I was saying when you were typing the words, I looked on the word color. I'm seeing a letter missing, and that's letter U. But on HTML, do you put it or you just leave it?
So in HTML, the people who came up with this language, remember this language was also just created by someone. So the person who created this language decided that the language should only and only use American English, which is what we are using right now, the American English. So if you write color with U, which is the British English, it will not be, it won't work out, not even be perfect. It won't work out. Yeah, that's it.
Yes.
So so now let me save this. Let me save it on my desktop. Let me save it as test.html. Let's save it on my desktop. The encoding should be UTF-8. That's the current one. Brings out the features very well. So where do you see test.html? Do you see it anywhere? Okay, where is it? Let us maybe open the file manager and see I put it in here. So do you see anything like test.html? Yeah. Is it this?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is what I came up with. This is what I came up with in the what? In the notepad. I used the internal styling. Now let us live preview this and see what it's going to give us. Remember what we already have. So let us just live preview this and see what it's going to give us. Yeah, so you can see here, maybe let me reduce on the font size, but still so every heading 1 will have this color, and we have 2 heading 1s, so that's why it's this. for uh, every heading 2 to have this font family, which we can see here for this heading 2. And maybe this size, you can still control the size. You can see, yeah, so this is internal styling. For external styling, we shall look at that. Maybe, okay, let me do it. Yeah, let me do it. So for external styling, we put this style in an external file and then just link the information to this website. So what do we link with? We use a link tag called link rel is equal to style sheet and then the ref, meaning hypertext reference, is now, maybe let me say it is, I'm going to name it style.css. So let me first save this. When I save it, here our changes have now disappeared. But now I have because I haven't created this external style. So let me go create the external style. Style, it's down here. Style.css. So this is the code. Now when I save this and also come back to lesson 5, where is lesson 5? Yeah, here it is. Yeah, so you can now see our cells are back. Though, okay, now I see this is the other one. Let me get the one I used. I worked upon with Notepad. What was it? It was test.html. Okay, now what could be the challenge? Okay, maybe there is some mistake somewhere, but we shall work upon that. So with that, maybe let's handle the microphone to my assistant. Ask anything about lesson 5, what we have learned. Yeah, you can go on.
As I was saying in what you were writing,
Yes, sir.
on background color, you put a hyphen.
Yes,
but
sir.
if you don't put it, can it just work?
Of course not. Why? This is how the language was created. As you can also see, these are the properties. They all have hyphens. So without the hyphen, it can't work. Why? This is how the language was created. Do you have any other question?
No.
Yeah, so with that, thank you for viewing.